Well, that was quick. Monday night for me here. Episode 7, Only Murders in the Building, came through, and we got confirmation in the show. This killer is going all the way back to season 1. The clues have been there the whole time. We all kind of were missing out, and I don't blame us, because who remembers season 1 in such a great show? Well, we do now. Who also killed Dudanoff? All that and more. Only Murders in the Building, Review and Theory time. Yes, there's a lot to unpack in this episode, which saw Melissa McCarthy guest star as Charles's kind of estranged sister who is obsessed with dolls. Overall, the episode, to me, felt like probably the worst in the season. And it was because we didn't get much murder solving and more character stories that I don't really watch Only Murders in the Building for. It was very Howard-centric around both Melissa McCarthy's character as well as Loretta, Meryl Streep being in this episode. And all about their love interest and love story. And just playing that bit up over and over again as Howard is investigating the Dudanoff clan. Oliver is all over the place. He's drunk. He's getting the support from Melissa McCarthy, who is definitely into him in this episode. And yeah, things were just kind of a bleh throughout, but we're here for the theories. We're here for the actual confirmation that this killer is all the way back to season 1, because outside of that, this episode was nothing. Bev had some funny bits. The actors had a little bit bits here, but this was a throwaway episode, few and far between, I feel. I don't think it's going to connect much. And having the actors be the one that connect the dots, funny little bit, but man, I like it more when our crew does this, and it worked a bit. I'm not too upset, but we got confirmation from, all of Saz's clues of sick dog, Oliver's dog from season 1 that got poisoned. We thought it might be Jan. It's not Jan's style. The paper that was written both to Oliver and Jan matching the letter, the threats that they're getting that you're watching you now. Everything is connecting back to season 1, and all while Howard confirms all 5 of the tenants of the Westies have been cashing Dudanoff's check, and the phone number goes straight to our eye patch pink guy himself, and they say the jig is up. Clearly, the Westies are going to be involved in some type of a way. I think there's a good chance that they killed Dudanoff, but we know there's going to be some connections to something with this movie production, because the movie production is definitely going to be a key player here. And I'm still on team Ryder being the killer. I think he's right up the alley of somebody who understands their story and wants to get involved too much and had his eyes on them all the way from day one. It wouldn't surprise me if we find out that he himself was a part of the Arcadia and, he got his inspiration from them from afar. Now, I do think if Howard is the killer, like I saw some people suggesting online, that wouldn't work for me. I think him kind of divulging the Westie secret, him being the super mastermind killer, just doesn't make sense overall. Jan is still out in the loose. I do think she's going to come back this season and we're going to connect a missing piece. It wouldn't surprise me if Jan ends up dead here by the end of the season as well, as I think she has an idea who this killer could be. Overall, I just am intrigued in these final 2 or 3 episodes to figure out who's been connected all the way back to season 1, and I hope it's somebody that we saw in season 1 in that fantastic first season with all the different people living in the Arcadia. And I'm still waiting for confirmation. Was Jan a Westie? Did she live on the west side of the Arcadia? Time will tell. I wouldn't surprise me if she was. We also are kind of missing a character who was the Christmas guys played by Camille and Johnny's significant other that left. She's kind of the missing jigsaw piece, I feel. And yeah, overall, this episode only was really good for 2 things. 1, confirmed the Westies probably had a hand in Dudanoff's death. Or at least that they're the ones his checks and using his money. And 2, that this killer goes all the way back to season 1. Besides that, it was kind of pointless filler and really just kind of just funny bits for actors here and the producer Bev. I wasn't too hot on this episode. Wasn't my favorite, but I at least liked the confirmation right off the bat that, hey, people were thinking maybe last week, this looks like something from season 1. Is it going to be that? Yes. Confirmation ties back to season 1. Killer is from season 1 in some way, so put your comments down below who you think the killer is. And yeah, there wasn't much to say because there wasn't much in this episode. Obviously happy that Howard, Oliver, and Loretta are engaged. I predict a wedding to start next season or taking place next season, as season 5 has been confirmed. And next week will be a big one, I think, for the murder plot as we go into our final 2 episodes. We're due for a flashback here soon, maybe of Jane Lynch's Sads, figuring out who killed them. That always comes at the end of the season. But yeah, Only Murders in the Building, season 4, episode 7. A lot of dolls, a lot of just blandness. But at least we got some fun confirmations. I'll see you next week for Only Murders in the Building, Season 4, Episode 8, Review and Theory time.